Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. And drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And please stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read and respond to 2 comments from the comment section. If you want to get a reading done, please email me because I am a card shark. And you can also hit me up on social media. Let's see, if you want to get some Ask an Aquarius merchandise or you want to send me a gift, all that information is underneath this video. Now, I got a message while I was sick. And when I was sick, I thought I was dying. I did, because I hadn't been sick in 7 years, number one. I haven't been that sick, I think, ever. I think that was the worst illness I've ever had. And I just felt awful. You know, my fever was high. I felt awful. So this question came to me, and this is when I was recuperating, because when I was sick, I really couldn't even think very much. But when I was recuperating, I took a look at this. And the question said, Queen, what is the meaning of life? And the person sent me a message after that, and because I said, what do you mean? And they're like, what is all of this for? Like, I can't figure out what meaning there is here. And the person was saying to me that, you know, different religions or different spiritual systems or astrology or whatever, different things answer this question. But this person was wondering, to me, what do I think it is? What do I aspire to being the meaning of all of this? Like, why do I get up and do it? What's the meaning of it? And so I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And I've thought about this before. I'm a philosopher. I've thought about this many times before. And I've come to find that the answer changes. When I was young and answered this question, like in religion class, for example, anybody that went to Catholic school, we always had a religion class. And questions like this would be a part of our curriculum. So my answers, even though I don't remember them over the years, have changed. I remember, you know, different answers. I remember different thought processes, you know, and I'm going to give you what I think today, what I think at this very moment. And this is how I figured it out. A long time ago, was watching, I think it's The Lord of the Rings. His name is Gandalf. Any of you that are familiar, you know, with Gandalf, I know what I'm talking about. Gandalf has some very powerful, him and a couple other ones, like for instance, Dumbledore from Harry Potter. They have some quotes that are just really on point. And Gandalf had this one. And someone said to him something about, you know, the wickedness of the time. You know, there was some kind of war going on, light versus dark, something like that. And Gandalf was saying, the person was telling Gandalf, I wish that this did not happen in my time period. I wish that this happened before me or after me. I wish that this did not happen now, you know? And Gandalf told him, basically, everybody thinks that. Nobody wants these pandemic apocalypse, you know, things that happen in their time, you know, their timeline. You know, they want to have a peaceful, smooth life, you know? And he said, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. And to me, that simple statement, that one sentence, to me, is the meaning of life. The meaning of life is to decide what to do with the time you're given. All of us are given different increments of time. Some people don't live past the womb. Some die as children or as teenagers or in their 20s, 30s, so forth, so on. So the one thing we know is that we're going to be given an increment of time, and we're not going to be told what that increment is. So I've always believed, or, my recent belief for however many years I've had it, because I've seen this at least 10 years. And I was like, so we get a certain amount of time, and then we have to decide what to do with it. Now, you get some help with this because you have gifts. You were born with certain gifts. Some people have a knack for singing. Some people can cook. Some people are really good at diplomacy. Some people are really great at debating. Some people are really good at public speaking or whatever, you know? Some of us have multiple gifts. Like, I can speak, I can act, I can do poetry, I can paint, I can dance. I can do a bunch of different stuff like that. I can do a lot of good stuff like with history. I'm very creative with, video production. Um, I do a whole bunch of stuff. I read. So another person might come in the room and have none of those, but they got a whole host of other ones. They might be good to sports or survival, all kind of stuff. So we're given these gifts. So to me, the idea is to look at the gifts that you have and then say, how can I use these gifts with the time that I have? Either to help myself, to help the planet, to help other people. I personally believe in doing all three. I believe in, helping yourself, helping others, helping, the planet. I think you should do all of those things with your gifts if applicable. And that always depends on what gifts you're given. Somebody who has a gift for medicine can help cure illnesses. Somebody who has a gift for dealing with people might be a good therapist. And I think that that's the thing. And I think it doesn't matter what you decide. I don't think it matters if it's big or if it's really small. It's just figuring it out and contributing. I think the universe is very open. Just from doing readings and looking at astrology, I see that people are given these gifts and these challenges, and if they can use them in a productive manner, they can help themselves and everybody else. So to me, that's the meaning of life, figuring out what your gifts are and then using them during, with the time that you have. So if you have a little bit of time, you might not be able to accomplish as many things, but that still doesn't make it any less important. Steve Jobs died very young, but he gave us some major technological advancement in the little bit of time that he was alive. So I feel like it doesn't matter how long you're alive. It matters what you do with the time that you have. And for me, this is where most of us fall short. I know for me, I feel like I wasted some of that time. I guess you can't really say coulda, woulda, shoulda, but when I look back on my life, I'm like, damn, I could have been doing something meaningful with that time. Some of it I did. I did some meaningful stuff. I went to college. I did some stuff, but I wish I had wasted less time. But that's another video. The point of the matter is that with the time that you have, look at your gifts, look at your abilities, and we all have them. You might not know what yours are, but you definitely have them. You might have a gift for writing. A lot of us, our teachers point them out to us when we're kids, but we don't really pay attention. Some of us might be good at art, all kind of different stuff. So you might not know what yours is, but that's the first part, is figuring out what your gift or gifts are. Most people have multiple gifts. It's not just usually one. So figuring out what they are, and then, okay, how can I use them? I don't know how much time I have, but with the time I have, what can I use them for? What can I contribute to the world? On a micro or a macro level. So you might not be Steve Jobs. Maybe you're a RN and a hospital in New York City. You're just as important. You're saving people. Or you might be in a hospice holding people's hands while they cross over. That's very meaningful to do with the time that you've been given. And then you're using your gift as a healer. So people can disagree with me or agree with me. It doesn't really matter. That's how I'm going to live. But you tell me what you think. In the comments section, please let me know. What do you think is the meaning of life? Do you think there's less or more to it? Because I've heard people say there is no meaning to life. And I just can't get on board with that, because why are we here then? It makes no sense to be here if there's no meaning at all. And I don't think that the meaning is predetermined. I think that some events are predetermined. I believe that some things are going to happen. Like if it's time for you to die, you're going to die. If it's time for you to be born, you're going to be born. I think certain things are destined and they're set. But I don't think it's everything. I think that's where free will comes in. You have the free will to decide how, when, where you're going to use and express your gifts. And to me, that's the meaning of life. I think it's a beautiful meaning, and I love the fact that you're able to figure it out on your own. I love that. I love the fact that it doesn't have to come to you, from, some other place. You get to figure it out and you get to decide how you want to express it. Now we're going to read some positive comments. Number 1 came from Edwina London. What's up, Edwina? Edwina said, oh, needed this. Currently in an aqua isolation period. You know how those go. My birthday is coming up. I wonder if it's because of that upcoming shift. So this must have been around February. So I would say a lot of aquas go through isolation periods, as most of us know. That's a given. Most of us know that. And sometimes it is around our birthday. A lot of Aquarius get depressed around our birthday because we realize our mortality. Every birthday you're getting a little bit older. And there's other people who think this way too. I don't see it that way anymore. I used to. When I was a young girl, that is how I saw it. Now I see it as another gift. I was gifted another year. So I see it more so that way versus, another year towards the grave, and a lot of us do that. And for me, it's like, I was gifted more time, and that's what I want. I want more time. I want to live to be 200, so I'm like, you know what? I was gifted another year. So that's the way I look at it now. But it is very common for that to happen with us. February Aquarius. Hey, February Aquarius. February Aquarius said, Kim is right. Oh, Kim Kardashian. She said, Kim Kardashian is right. Geminis, Kanye, live for the drama. As long as someone is talking about them, they don't care. Good or bad, they just want to be in the spotlight. I had posted about Kim and Kanye because Kim is a Libra and Kanye is a Gemini. And Kanye was dating an Aquarius when him and Kim broke up. So I had posted about it because I wanted to see if you guys were keeping up on the astrological drama. And most people weren't. Most people didn't care. But this person, February Aquarius, thank you very much, said this particular comment. And this is about Geminis. I don't know a lot of Geminis, to be honest with you. I went to school with one and I've come across some in passing. And he said they like to be in the spotlight. Yeah, the ones I know like to be in the spotlight. Yeah, that's true. And I'll tell you another thing. I get a lot of complaints about Geminis, particularly Gemini men. A lot of women complain about them. I get a lot of complaints about Aquarius men too, so that is what it is. But I do get a lot of complaints about the drama. That's what the complaints are about. A lot of them are about drama. And I think that a part of that is Geminis are their own twin. So you're dealing with two people at the same time all the time. And I think that's where the problem comes in, because one twin might say one thing and the other twin might not want to do that. Okay, so one twin is like, yeah, I'll be monogamous with you and have a relationship, and the other twin is like, wait, what? I'm messing with all these women, I'm messing with all these men, I'm gonna do me. So I think that you got two different brains going on at the same time. And I've witnessed it, because the friend I had in college, he was an old man some days. He was very old acting, reading his newspaper, grouchy attitude. He was like a grumpy old man some days. And other days, he was youthful and running around campus and pulling pranks and kicking trash cans and hollering at women. And I mean, it was like you never knew who you were going to get. Some days he was more sluggish and just, lecturing us about the benefits of turkey sausage, and the next day he was kicking over trash cans. I mean, you never know who you were going to get. And it didn't even have to be in a day. It could be in the same day. He could come to school as the young guy and leave as the older guy, And for me, it was like, dog, I don't need the young guy today. I need the older guy today. So the hardest part of it for me was the wrong twin showing up. Because you can't request, like, can the young one come today? Like, you can't request it. It's just based on how they feel. So I have heard that. I don't know a lot of Geminis. So guys, tell me in the comments section, do you know Geminis that live for the drama in the spotlight? Let me know, okay? I want to hear all about it. All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. You come back soon, because I got a lot more to say. See you later.